gone? Where Muhammad? He didn't show up today? Huh?
Brett was here.
Who is?
Brett.
Brett? Where's Brett at? Done gone? Okay. Okay. All right, let me open this up. First off, let me say thank you on behalf of our team program to the great crowd we had today. That was a tremendous crowd. When that game got to 4 points, second half, the energy from the crowd helped us a bunch. And again, when diddles like that, you know, and remember how it was last year, that made it tough. But when it's like that right there, we're hard out. And again, give everybody that came out today, give them assists. You know, we knew it wasn't going to be as easy as it was up there Wednesday night. It just don't happen that way. We were about as good as we could be offensively. They may have played a little tight because of senior night. And you just beat somebody. Maybe your guys, as much as you talk about it a little bit, make them understand just don't want to go be quite as easy. And it wasn't, even though, you know, we're up 10-11 halftime, you know, we're up, they cut it to 4 second half. I thought we played up tight a little bit ourselves tonight. In particular, the first half, I thought Josh was a little uptight. I thought Cam was a little uptight. Those two guys, you know, have been, you know how good they've been for us. You know, Dave didn't have his typical offensive night, you know, and still, again, we survive with Cam and Dave not having their normal nights offensively. And we survive and still win by, you know, 9 points. A couple of those stats, reasons why. You know, we took care of the basketball, 5 turnovers, 13 assists. We had 27 points in transition. We felt like that was our advantage if they're going to play big, and they played big. That was the one stat, is 27-7 transition baskets. That's a huge stat. You know, got to the foul line 15 times. I think they're 5. But we roll the dice again, you know, playing a team. Marshall shoots a basketball, played them zone. We just said we're not going to let them pull Jamar away from the basket. And we know they're going to throw it to Kinsey in the high post. Can he make enough 2-pointers over top of Jamar 40 minutes to beat us? I don't think so. And tonight he didn't. He was 7 for 21. Now in the second half, they had to shoot it well, stay at pace with us. You know, they go 9 for 18 the second half. It's probably as good as they've shot it in a long time. But overall, hey, great team effort. Proud of those guys. As you know, 10 games ago, none of you guys, anybody would have given them a chance to do what they've done. And they deserve all the credit. There's not a lot of teams and not a lot of players could have got off the mat after some tough losses. It's absolutely tough losses. But we kept it all in perspective. You know, those players controlled what they were in charge of controlling. And since then, we've won 9 out of 10, and when we dropped was about 2 starters. So awful proud of our guys, and they should be proud of each other for what they've done, what they've accomplished.
Coach, you know, Luke back for his second game, Jerry is back. First game with that knee, both of them very productive tonight, it seemed. You know, how important is that, and how good was that to see, you know, at this point in the year, and how, you know, how much did you see them playing part in this?
Well, that's 28 points that we didn't take to middle with us. So just know that right off the bat. They scored 28 between them. Getting Luke's first game at Marshall tonight was the big one. You know, he hadn't done anything for 8 or 9 days, and he cramped up. But once you get that one game under you, I thought he was back in rhythm tonight, back in rhythm shooting the basketball. Jairus, we didn't know how much. I did not plan on playing him 21 minutes. That probably wasn't a plan going into the game. Had no idea, because it's been 2 weeks for him. It was 2 weeks against Old Dominion, and he's literally done no conditioning. We've done some conditioning shooting with him, transition shooting, not a whole lot of conditioning involved. But he held up and was better than we probably anticipated from an energy standpoint. It was very productive for us. Gives us another body, can rebound the basketball, give us another body that, 7 for 10 from the field. Is that right? 7, 10 from the field, 6 rebounds in 21 minutes. Those are huge stats, particularly where we are with our bench. So great team effort. Everybody that plays, 5 guys in double figures, 1 more guy, had 9. Could have had 6 guys in double figures. Sharing the basketball, 13 assists, 5 turnovers.
Coach, just looking at how Josh was playing today and then Cam, can you kind of just talk about how important those two have been to this program this season and then just kind of rest of years?
Well, with Josh, there's not more of a fitting way. We had a lead, could have pulled the ball out, but there was no chance of pulling that basketball out when he got that steal. Don't even try to tell him to pull it out because you knew what was getting ready to happen. He was going to leave Diddle Arena with one of his electrifying dunks that he's had so many times, and I'm proud for him. He's meant so much to us, in so many ways. He's been a part of a lot of wins. He's been a part of, everything we've done for his last 4 or 5 years. He's a huge part. And to see him grow as a person, as a player, and as a student, he's going to walk away from here 5 weeks from now with a degree. And none of us would have give him a chance with that, the way he came in here. And like I've said many times, give his mom a lot of credit. She deserves a lot of credit. And as a player, he's gotten better. He's shooting that basketball so much better. So he's really, really important piece for us. And Cam, like I say, everybody knows that story. He's just had to play a role that none of us anticipated him playing. As we were talking yesterday, he's a guy that we probably anticipated playing 15, 18 minutes a game, but he was going to be happy with that. After getting up in that real world, 6 a.m., which you haven't done yet, you'll find out soon, 6 a.m., 15, 18 minutes, well, he was happy with it. But to see him have to play 38 minutes and just not play 38 minutes, play so productive for 38 minutes. He's been a warrior for us, man. He's been so good. Then on top of that, both of them are just they're great people, and that's the thing that everybody looks at the stat sheet and everybody sees them dunk and shoot. That's the one thing that everybody really probably don't know about them as much as we do because we're around them, 18 hours a day seems like, every day. Just the kind of people they are, and both of those guys, are special young men.
Kind of looking forward to the conference tournament. There's a big difference in playing 4 games in 4 days versus 3 games in 3 days. How important was it to get this winning to pick up 5?
Well, it's always important. You know that. Some people said, well, the 3rd seed probably got a little easier route, the championship game. Nah, not for us. Hey, we're going to play every game, get a bye. That's not easy to do. Way it stands, I guess we probably play the winner of Louisiana Tech, the Marshall FIU play. Anything can happen there, but if they're without Brewer again, they've been without Brewer for the last 2 games. Brewer's kind of their heart and soul, the head of their snake and leading scorer. They'll have a hard time beating Marshall. That's not being disrespectful to FIU. If Brewer doesn't play, it'll be Marshall. So it'll be the winner of probably Marshall and Louisiana Tech. And we all know ain't neither one of those easy. So that's where it starts at right there. We ain't got to talk about no other rounds. It's all about, it's 3 games. It's no longer an 18-game season. It's a 3-game season. And we'll start getting prepared Monday for the best we can for that first game. Wouldn't be a lot of preparation for Marshall. We've been there. We know what that one is. It's been a long time. Louisiana Tech was the first game of the conference, if I remember correctly. So that's been 17 games ago. So that one we'll have to get refreshed about. And they got beat today at UAB. So,
Coach, this I believe will be your sixth time going down there, fifth time, actually playing a conference tournament. What have you learned about, this USA tournament in your time that you can, take into this year's?
What I've learned is it's a bad setup when a team can't go and shoot around on the floor. That's one thing I've learned. And learned one other time, had no lighting was bad. Now, hope all that's better now. That's the one thing going in there and playing with the bye. You're always going to play a team. I always said this. Teams that have a bye on the first game, it's a disadvantage first night because that team's already played on the floor. I always felt that way in all the years. So we're going to play a team now that's played on that court first night. That's just where it is. We don't get a chance to shoot on it, and that's okay too. So that's the way it's set up. Outside that, as you well know, I guess as I've said many times, first year don't even count. We didn't have a team. And there's been 3 conference tournaments since then?
Yes.
Been 3 since then. They canceled the 4th one, didn't they? Yeah. So it's been 3. And we found a way to win 2 games each time to get into the championship game. And we all know it's been all them championship games. Y'all know none of them ended the way we want them to end. That's winning and losing. Y'all know what a fine line all of them were. But all those are different teams, different years, playing different people. I know this. There's really good teams in that thing. There's no easy games. I mean, to open up with potentially a Louisiana Tech team, that's a really, really good team for an opener. If they can get by Marshall, if it can. Then we're fed into the winner of the leagues bracket, aren't we? North Texas. Won't be easy there. None of them are easy. You got to play them one at a time. It ain't about getting championship game. You got to win 2 to get there. And that ain't easy. You look around the league and see who's done it. Nobody. So we're going down, same attitude we've had. I think you guys feel the same way we feel. We like our team. Our team's playing with a lot of confidence. Our team's a different kind of team. We're not an easy out for anybody. We're just not an easy out right now. I like where my team's at. More importantly, they like where they're at. And that's more important than the coach. They feel good about each other. They feel good about their team. Rightfully so. They should. What they've been able to do.
I know we've talked about Cam a lot. He was with you guys 2 years ago when you guys went down. You never got a chance to play in the conference tournament. He talked a little bit the other day about how that was a big reason why he came back to try to get some closure on that. Have you noticed anything different with him in regards to that? Now that it's tournament time.
Well, the biggest thing that make you have closure with basketball is get up at 6 a.m. and go to work every day. Hey, that'll give you a lot of reasons to get back and play basketball. And again, he came back, no intentions of playing basketball. And he came back here. I'm just so proud of him, the way he's handled everything. He had a tough senior year. It went out, if I remember correctly, there were so many games he didn't play in or tried to play and couldn't play. And then basically in the championship game again, we make 1 free throw. That's the year, isn't it? Make 1 free throw with 4 seconds to go, shooting 2 of them, we win that championship that year. Then there was no conference tournament that year, right? Yeah, so he never got a chance to play in the conference tournament at all then. And that was hard, and that was a tough ending the way we had to end. It was North Texas that won it. Remember, we'd beat North Texas here, I think it was 20 or 21. We get beaten overtime on their court. Our team was playing really good. We were playing good. We were hard out for anybody. Carson was a load. We was all playing good. And it got canceled, and we all know what happened from there. So I'm just glad that when we were up at Marshall last year, after the game, he came to my locker room. I'm glad of that. Asking, is there anything he can be a part of? And that's sometimes in life, man, you don't know what opportunities that you're given, what other doors going to open up for you. And He's been more than any of us ever anticipated. And at the same time got married. That's a story in itself.
Anything else for Coach?
Anybody got anything else? It's your last chance for me. We don't have a press conference before we leave, do we?
I got a lot of questions, and so we're probably good.
Y'all need any more? Because we're leaving Tuesday. Get you one last chance. Everybody good?
I'll be down there anyway, so.
All right.